You know, I'm not one who likes to, in a public forum, which considering other than myself, no one has streamed any of these videos, which I'm comfortable with, to be very honest. My own little closet here on YouTube. I'm not one to usually rip someone publicly. God knows I have my own shortcomings. One could easily rip me for a lot of things, and I probably deserve to be ripped for a number of things. But I am going to make this exception with the owner of the Cityless Athletics, John Fisher. And the reason I'm going to do it is personal, but I'll also expand it out a little farther than just the personal. But I went to a game at the Oakland Coliseum last year precisely so that I could buy an Oakland Athletics away jersey. The one that I wanted specifically was the classic gray one that has in green and yellow written across the chest, Oakland. And I wanted it to say Oakland. I did not want a jersey that said Athletics. It's the classic uniform. It's the uniform that the Bash Brothers in the 1990s wore, Dave Stewart wore. They still wore it up through last year, this classic Oakland gray road uniform. And I wanted the jersey, knowing that they were leaving Oakland. And like I said, because they were leaving Oakland, it was like a reminder. Like I like jerseys that don't exist anymore from back in the day. And that was about to be one of them. And it now is one of them. And I get to the ballpark and, I go to the souvenir store where they're selling jerseys. And I can't find one. And I go and I ask, and they're like, yeah, they stopped making that jersey a couple of years ago, at least to be sold to the public. And I was flabbergasted by it. That's not why I want to rip John Fisher today. So I end up buying a different jersey. It's a green one. It's not the one I wanted. It's sort of like a deep and almost bright green that also said Oakland across the chest. It was going to be the best I was going to be able to do. That was going to be the best I was going to be able to do. So I bought it. And the thing was damn expensive, $180. But, it's a professional jersey, says Oakland on it. I'll be glad. It'll last a lifetime. I'll be glad. Many years from now, I won't remember spending the $180, but I'll be happy that I have this old Oakland Athletics jersey for a team that's no longer in Oakland. Well, today I went to wash it for the first time. And I knew not to dry it, but I thought it would be fine in the washer. And as I pull it out, I see that the O and the A on the Oakland emblem had come off. In other words, it was there by a sticky substance. It was basically glued onto the chest, even though it had the appearance, had these fake stitches in it. Now, my mistake for not looking on the inside to make sure the stitches were real, but I don't even own a lot of jerseys. I just assumed it was stitched in because the damn jersey cost $180 and it looked like it was stitched in and it wasn't. And now the O and the A have fallen off. And I just want to say, damn you, John Fisher, for screwing Oakland again. Now, I want to be clear. I was never an Oakland A's fan. You know how it is. If you I'm from the Bay Area. the outskirts of the San Francisco Bay Area, small town. And if you come from a place that has multiple teams in the same sport, like we did, no longer, but we had the Giants and A's in Major League Baseball. We had the 49ers and the Raiders in football. If you grew up here, if you come here later, it's different. But if you grew up here, you liked one, but not both. And in fact, because you had friends who liked the other, and you know how sports and frenemies work, you ended up really disliking the other team. And I became a Giants fan early on. I started with the A's, to be honest. Remember my first, I didn't go to any A's games as a young kid. As a teenager, I did, but not as a young kid. Maybe like a tween, I did, but not as a young kid. But I saw them on TV, and I remember I used to really like Ricky Henderson in the early 80s, not the late 80s when he came back. I liked Ricky Henderson a lot, and I liked Dwayne Murphy, the center fielder, because he always wore his hat so loose, it fell off every time he was running for a ball to make it look like he was really hustling. And I just like that. But in 1982, when I was 10 years old, I went to my first Major League Baseball game, and it was at Candlestick, and it was the Giants. I think they were playing the Astros. It's the year that Giants had Joe Morgan at second base, Chili Davis in center field, Johnny LeMaster at shortstop. It's the year the Giants made a heavy run for the division and lost it that final weekend in the series against the Dodgers, but then beat the Dodgers on the final game of the season, knocking the Dodgers out of the playoffs because that's when the Atlanta Braves were in the Western Division. And the Braves end up winning the division that year. That's when Joe Morgan hits the home run, I believe, in the ninth inning, the famous home run in the ninth inning. Anyways, I went to a game. I had a friend of the family by the name of Lonnie. I don't remember his last name. But he worked with my grandfather at a car lot. And he won whether it was a raffle or maybe even an auction, might have been an auction, to throw out an opening pitch at a baseball game, and he gifted it to me. And nobody even told me. So the first time I went to a baseball game, Candlestick Park, they brought me out on the field, and I was like, what the hell's going on? And I remember Chili Davis coming up to me and saying, you're throwing, Chili Davis, I'm taking my picture with Chili Davis, even though I don't have that photo, regrettably. Chili Davis is the first ball player from Jamaica in the Major League Baseball. And as I'm having and he was really nice. And as we're taking a photo, he says, so you're throwing out the opening ball? And I told him, no, I'm not. He's like, sure you are. I'm like, no, I don't think so, because no one told me. Nobody told me I was throwing out the opening pitch, but I did throw the opening pitch. So you would understand, that's my first game. I was a Giants fan, and I've been a Giant fan all my life, and hence de facto became a hater of the Oakland Athletics, especially when the A's were really good in the late 80s. Especially when they beat and swept the San Francisco Giants in the World Series in 1989. The Bay Bridge series, the series with the great 89 earthquake. As I got older, I didn't hate the A's anymore. It was fun to have another Bay Area team be in the playoffs. A's were always making a run at the playoffs. But I was never a fan. But I know, I live in Oakland now, and I've lived in Oakland for almost 30 years. So I know a lot of A's fans. They are serious fans. They are great fans. I liked going to the Oakland Coliseum more than I like going to the Giants' newer ballpark, whatever corporation it's named after today. I know it's a beautiful ballpark, but the Coliseum, it was old and run down and had that old rundown charm. I like to say The Romans had their Colosseum, and we in Oakland had ours. You go to the Coliseum, and there would be every game. There would be a bunch of drummers in the right field bleachers, and I loved getting a little high and going to watch a game right behind them in the bleachers because it was like having an orchestra at the game. They were so good, and they would do drumming in a way that was like an orchestra. It would be appropriate, whatever tempo they were doing, to what was happening in the game at the time. It was dope. A's fans were real fans. And to see what happened to them with the Athletics leaving, and the way they were just taken for granted, the way John Fisher got rid of any ball player that, not allowing for fans to have a relationship and to grasp to any of their favorite ball players was terrible. The Oakland Athletics were, you remember the movie Major League, the first one, were the Cleveland Indians of that film in real life. It was real life what John Fisher did. And now he's going to go screw over Sacramento. And if he gets his chance, he'll screw over Vegas. But as we all know, Vegas will screw him first. And good. I hope so. So that jersey I have now that I thought I got for posterity is now useless. And so, up yours, John Fisher. Ready to play a game? Lost a heartbreaker last time. That one hurt. That one hurt big time. Like, I felt like we played okay. I do feel like when we think about the mental state of this game, when I talk about being empty and calm and reacting to what's happening and keeping a calm mindset the entire time. Oh, it's interesting. They're doing a gold Martin de Higo. I need to get that eventually. I did realize I kind of locked in after I got annoyed and angry at that last game. And for a moment, I was hitting better. And so I do feel like I need to find some kind of a balance between being calm, but also ready to pounce. Let's do Rube Foster. Ready to get in there and attack and strike with conviction and be on edge and be locked in. Okay, so we are home this time, going against Ubaldo Jimenez. All right, let's do this. It's his record, 28-32. Probably not bad. He plays lots of games. Your record's near 500 means you get sort of to that level of how good you are. 299, so not as good of a hitter as some we've been facing. A high ERA. I'm always surprised by these high ERAs. You notice I'm usually lower. And that might be because I'm just not getting up to higher levels. He might be going up against better hitters. Again, regrettably, this game favors offense over defense. At a certain point. What I mean by that, not for me. I'm not very good offensively at this game. But the better players, you could be a great pitcher, but if you're a great hitter, great hitting will beat great pitching. For the Bombers, the shortstop, Jacob Wilson. Okay, I want to change the... Well, no, let's keep it right here for right now. Let's see if you could see this. It's going to be hard. Oops. We need to go change some settings, though. Let me change some settings. Pinpoint, please. Gotta change another setting. Strike zone, right? Shit. Oh, I think we're okay with this one. All right.
7 o'clock.
Wonder if it's hard to see pitches up here because of the sky. Oh, I was able to see that one all right.
Hit! 1-2.
Wonder if I should try this pitching interface more, this pitching angle or pitching camera. I hear if you see more pitches, it helps hitting.
Ball outside. Yeah! 1-1.
Not used to this angle though.
Ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. That's a ball down. Here. Full count.
I think I need to change the camera angle.
Batting third, the center fielder, number 32.
I think I like it at the pitcher. I think that's what I like. Yeah, I like this right here better. Okay.
No ball, 1 strike. Ball.
Doesn't have great control.
1-1. Ball.
Did he not swing?
Batting fourth, the designated hitter, David Ortiz. Yeehaw! It's 0-1. That's the ball.
We don't have to pitch to David Ortiz, right?
What you got?
No. Can you believe that?
That is good. The third baseman, J.J. Weatherholt. Wood! Inside, ball.
He didn't even hit that ball well. He got a run. Got a run. That happened last game too, remember? All right. All right, New York Bombers. Now, he did get a perfect swing, but this is a big ballpark, brother.
Yeehaw! Ball. Strike 2. second, the center fielder, Rube, Papa Bell. Ball. High one. That's a ball. Two.
That was a nice pitch. I can get by him, but it won't.
Batting first, the second baseman, number 29.
I can't see the curveball at the sky behind.
No balls, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Getting hit by my own strategy.
2 and 2. Strike 3. Oh,
Oh. I'm just saying he got a run off that bloop. And I had a perfect swing there. He had a perfect swing the half inning before that didn't result in a run, but did result in that run eventually scoring. Wow. All right.
Batting 7, the first baseman, number 17, Tony Clark. That's in, ball. Hee-haw!
Really sees the slurp well.
Oh, that's low, that's a ball. Ball!
I'm shocked. That wasn't fair. This guy's not bad. Like he's putting up tough at bats.
Batting 8, the catcher, number 35, Adley Rutschman. 0-1. Hey! No balls, 2 strikes.
I need to make those tree emblems a little lighter.
Hey! 0-1. 1-1.
Damn it. That was like an in-between swing. That's another one of my problems. I'm in between. Do I swing or not? Do I do it? You swing, you got to do it with conviction.
Williams. Hey-ya. 0 balls, 1 strike. That missed. That's a ball. 1-1. Batting set, the third baseman, Adrian. Hell strike. 1-0. That missed. That's a ball. Oh, yeah.
Couldn't see it. So all my own fault.
Oh, and 2. Take your base.
Thank you very much. But we're not going to. Yes, we are. Yes, we are going to score. It's close. Get through. Yes, sir. All right. I got lucky on that one. Oh, please get beyond him. I think it will. I think it's scoring 2. We're going for 3. Wow. How about that? I was not expecting this. I just can't see it there.
0-1. Hit Rube.
Ooh. Not a bad inning, though. We'll definitely take it.
Leading off with the Bombers, the second baseman, Max Muncy. Yeah. 0-2.
Hit that one well.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Jacob Wilson.
I did not go where I wanted it to. I don't feel as though I messed up the pinpoint. Maybe lag. I do hear this thing they call lag. What's happening? Jung Ho Lee.
The right fielder, Jung
Oh, he's got a
Ho Lee.
supercharged card. That's nice. All right, brother, we could do that.
Track 2. 0-2.
Did that one well. That's cool, Papa Bell out there. Okay, I can see the ball now. Now I can see the ball. Ooh, can I?
0-2.
Oh. Not a good at bat. Sorry, Stan Musial.
It's 0-1.
Missed that pitch.
The designated hitter, number 9, Ted Williams. Now batting, the third baseman, Adrian.
Here, I'm looking for inside. I think he comes in. In the dirt, though.
0-1. 1-1.
Didn't give me anything in the strike zone, though. I like Rube Foster. Rube Foster, by the way, historically significant. Not only was he a pitcher in the Negro Leagues, he also became an owner of a team. I think it was the Chicago American Giants. And then he went on to form the first Negro League, actual league. I think it was the Negro National League. I think it was like the NNL.
Ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Hey, ha! 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah. 1-2 to count. Hey, ha!
Why are they fronting that way?
Third baseman, J.J. Weatherholt. That's the ball.
I wasn't trying to.
1-0.
Ooh. This may not be a home run, though. But it's probably going to be a triple.
No, he's in there.
I did not play that one well.
The left fielder, number 24.
Should have been a home run, but I was saved by I was saved by the scoreboard.
Yeah. That's a ball. 1-0. 1-1.
Oh, did we get it? Yes, we did. Larry Doby, first black man to play in the American League. Are you going to quit? It's okay if you do. I got laundry downstairs.
Now pitching.
Oh, I like this guy. I'm not intimidated by him. Do we want to bring in Buck Leonard?
Oh and 1. 1-1.
How did I miss that?
1-2's the count. 3.
It's all right, brother. Give you that one. I think I hit that one better than they're giving me credit for.
The center fielder, number 9, Cool Papa Bell. Hee-haw!
Why am I late to that?
0-1.
Uh-oh. Should we give him a little bunt sign back? Let's do it. Let's give him a little one.
Ball. 1-1.
It's a good pitch.
1-2. Leading off for the Bombers, the first baseman, Tony Clark.
Probably shouldn't have given him. I shouldn't have poked the bear. You're winning. We didn't need to do all that. Kind of felt good, though. I have scored a couple of runs off weak hits. I probably should just recognize that and acknowledge it and admit it.
No, that's down. Ball. That's it. Hee-haw! Nope. Ball. 2-1.
He's got a good eye. Just missing everything today.
No, that's inside.
He's got a great eye. Got that one. No replay, bro? So let them know. We'll come right back to it.
Ball, that's it.
Oh, I think I poked the bear. See, this is what I was a little afraid of doing. That's all right. I'm still up by 4.
That's a ball. 1-0.
Ooh, almost.
Foul ball. Wood.
Damn it. Hit it hard, but right to him.
Now batting, third baseman, Adrian Beltre.
Hit that one hard, too. Who's batting next? Larry Doby? Do we want to pinch hit? No, I don't think so. So, yeah, Rube Foster was
The right fielder, Jung-Woo Lee.
kind of, you know, typical early 20th century businessman. Wasn't always so honest in his dealings, made lots of people angry. But he was a great pitcher. He was a manager. He was then a team owner and then sort of commissioner of the league. And then he would compete with other leagues, and there would be other leagues that would form to try to compete with his. And then eventually, was it like, it was sort of like akin to the American League. I forget exactly what it was called, the other league, but they would form the first Negro League World Series in 1924, which apparently was a real classic.
Ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Yeehaw. 1-1. Hey! 1-2.
I'd like to have some more runs.
The first baseman, Buck Leather.
Gonna get a double out of this? I think we are. Oh, it's going to be close, but we are. Should we pinch run for Buck Leonard with Buck O'Neill? Having a nice hitting game. Kind of getting lucky, though. Some of these are lucky.
Now pitching. Blake Treinen.
All right. Damn it.
Hey! 0 balls, 1 strike.
Good pitch. No, I don't think so. Nope. Was I late on that?
No balls, 2 strikes.
I don't know if that had to be such a pop up like that. Check out this stadium. Stadium is beautiful. Forbes
Leading off for the
Stadium.
Bombers, the third baseman, J.J. Weatherholt.
Hit it hard. He hit it hard.
Manny Ramirez. The first baseman, number 17, Tony Clark. Low ball. 2 up.
Pitch didn't look good. I mean, I felt like it was a good pitch. I mean, good pinpoint. I'd like to score another run. Ooh, that would have been another run in a different stadium, maybe. Crush that one. 88 miles per hour. Oh, bullshit. Such an easy inning for him. I might have had a couple of home runs this inning in a different ballpark. Huh. Instead, it was an easy 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Can Rube Foster give us one more inning?
No balls, 1 strike.
I meant for that to be in the strike zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The batter, number 10, second baseman, Max Muncy. The batter, number 5, shortstop, Jacob Wilson. Ball low.
Should Rube Foster try to give us a complete game?
Leading off for the Farmers.
Kind of feeling it a little bit.
Adrian Beltre.
Is it a base hit? Nope.
Now batting, left fielder, Larry Rube.
Did we get it? Probably not. Oh, man. I felt like I had that one.
That's it.
I don't think I have that many strikeouts. I want to start paying attention to how many strikeouts I have. I want to strike out less. Do we give him a complete game chance? Man, he's thrown 94 pitches and he's still not exhausted. That's pretty good.
The 22, the 32, Walker Drinking. Now back, the designated hitter, Jacob Ortiz.
We'll take the win. Look at those fine looking uniforms. I appreciate him staying around and playing the whole game. So I can go look at my stats. Let's go look at the box score. How many strikeouts did he get? 5. I struck out 5 times in the game. It's not bad at all. We had 12 hits in the game, so that's not bad. 0 for 4 for Adrian Beltre, 0 for 4 for Stan Musial. Ooh, sorry, guys. I only struck him out once. Wow. Only 1 strikeout. Thank you, Forbes Field. Let's go to pitcher analysis. Bombers, all. Let's go to hard hit. Let's see see, perfect swings, low. Okay. We had 2 perfect swings. These are all my good contacts. Missed a lot up and inside, up to the left, I guess. Those are all my hits. Those are my outs. Huh. You can see it's almost like a backwards L shape where I get the hits and the outs are bunched up a little bit in that space where I don't get hits. Let me see if that's the same thing for right-handed as well. Hits. Now let's look at left. Yeah. Especially for the left-handers. For the right-handers, okay. Interesting. Something to keep in mind. All right, gang, I got to go get my laundry.